Connect to your core, created by Gitana Yoga. We will be starting in a prone position. Lie down upon your abdomen and stack your forearms at the top of your space. Place your forehead, also known as your third eye, upon your forearms. This is your opportunity to feel grounded and to set an intention for your practice. During these couple moments before we get into movement, I want you to feel your abdomen soft and relaxed, because shortly we will be really activating our core and drawing all of our energy into our center space. Start to find movement now and come into a tabletop position with your shoulders stacked over your wrists, hips stacked over your knees. Inhale, cow pose, drop your belly, lift your heart and your hips. Exhale, cat pose, arch your back. Inhale, cow pose, gaze up, lift your heart, lift your hips, drop your belly. Exhale, cat pose, curl in. Inhale, lift heart, lift hips, sink belly. Exhale, find a neutral spine. Inhale, sweep your right arm up to the sky, gaze up. Exhale, thread the needle. Reach your right arm underneath your left arm. Place your palm face up to find neutrality in your spine. And take any variations, any modifications in this shoulder opener that maybe feel good in your body. That includes extending your left leg out to your right fingers or taking a wrap around your low back. Gently start to unravel from this pose. Activate your breath. Inhale, sweep right arm up to the sky. Exhale, reach your right arm forward. Inhale, extend the left leg straight back. Lengthen out of your right arm and left leg, but at the same time, keep these extremities plugged into the trunk, the core of your body. Take one more inhale, keep your left leg floating. Exhale, release your right hand down. Inhale, three-leg downward facing dog. Your left leg is the highest point in your body. You have an option to stay in stillness in your three-leg downward dog or find some movement, whatever feels good in your space, in your hip, in your legs, in your arms. Inhale, lengthen left leg, sweep it up to the sky. Exhale, left foot meets left hand. Inhale, melt your right knee down, sweep your hands up to the sky. Now right here, your shoulders are stacked over your hips. Activate your core by pushing your tailbone down and lifting your heart up on the inhale. Exhale, stack shoulders over hips. Inhale, press tailbone down, lift heart. Exhale, neutral spine, stack shoulders over hips. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Last one. Exhale, release into a half split. Slide your hips over your right knee. Point your left toes up and your left kneecap up. Every inhale, find length into your spine, and every exhale, fold a little bit deeper into your half splits. You should feel a nice deep stretch on the back of your left hamstring, the back of your left leg, all the way down from your hip to the tip of your heel. Start to ease out. Next inhale, low lunge, hands frame your front foot. Exhale, chaturanga, lower halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, yogi's choice. Exhale, downward facing dog, your core drags you up and back. Take a nice deep inhale breath here and an open mouth exhale. Inhale, high plank, rock shoulders directly over wrists. And on the exhale, tabletop position, knees melt down. Inhale, sweep your left arm up to the sky, gaze up. Exhale, thread the needle, left arm reaches under right. Once again, your palm will be face up to find neutrality in your shoulder, and take any variation that feels good in your body. Maybe take a wrap around your low back, maybe extend your right leg out to meet your left fingers. Breathe here. Start to gently ease out of this position. Inhale, sweep your left arm up to the sky, gaze up. Exhale, reach your left fingertips towards the front of the room. Inhale, sweep your right leg straight back. Breathe here. Try and extend and lengthen out of your left arm and right leg, and keep your extremities tucked into your core. Take one more inhale. Exhale, release left hand down towards the earth. Inhale, three-leg downward facing dog. Once again, your opportunity to find stillness here or to find movement, maybe some circles, maybe just a bend to your knee, whatever your body is calling you to do, this is your practice. Inhale, sweep right leg up to the sky, straighten. Exhale, right foot meets right hand. Inhale, sweep hands up to the sky, melt left knee down. Your shoulders are stacked over your hips. Now inhale, lift sternum up to the sky, press your tailbone down and forward. Exhale, neutralize spine, shoulders over hips. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, restack. Feel how active your core becomes as you inhale, lengthen. That was your last one. Exhale, half splits. Slide your hips over your left knee. Point your right toes and your right kneecap up. With every inhale, find length in your spine and your right leg. Every exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Yes. Breathe into the space behind your right leg, all the way down from your right hip to the right heel of your toes. Gently start to unwind out of this pose. Inhale, low lunge, pop your back knee up. Exhale, chaturanga, lower halfway down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, core drags you up and back. Breathe here. Come back to your intention. Come back to your victorious breath. We're going to do this again. Follow my cues. This time it's going to be each breath connected to each movement. On the inhale, come onto your tiptoes, charge your legs. Exhale, step or spring forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hinge from your hips. Exhale, let your head hang heavy in a forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, sweep your hands up to the sky. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Come back to your intention. Come back to your breath. Feel grounded. Inhale, sweep hands up to the sky, gaze up. Exhale, reverse swan dive all the way down to a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, find a flat back. Exhale, chaturanga, plant your hands down, step or spring from a high plank to a low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank, shoulders stack over wrists. Exhale, tabletop position, melt your knees down. Inhale, sweep your right arm up to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle, open your shoulders. Inhale, right arm to the sky. Exhale, right arm forward. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, three-leg downward facing dog. Exhale, left foot to left hand. Inhale, sweep your hands up to the sky, melt right knee down. Exhale, half split. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, chaturanga, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank, shoulders stack over wrists. Exhale, tabletop. Inhale, left arm sweeps up. Exhale, thread the needle. Inhale, unwind, left arm sweeps up. Exhale, left arm sweeps forward. Inhale, right arm sweeps back. Exhale, release left palm on the ground. Inhale, three-leg downward facing dog. Exhale, right foot meets right hand. Inhale, sweep hands up, melt left knee down. Exhale, half split, slide your hips back. Inhale, low lunge, hands frame from foot. Exhale, chaturanga, right foot meets left, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Core drags you up and back. Take a nice deep inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Reset. Come back to your breath. Inhale, come onto your tiptoes. Exhale, step or spring forward, fold top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, find a flat back. Exhale, let your head hang heavy. Inhale, root to rise. Sweep your hands up, gaze up. Exhale, bring your hands through heart center. Inhale, chair pose. Sink your hips low. Reach your hands high. Draw your core muscles in towards your spine and find length here. Magnetize the tips of your ribcage to the tips of your hips, but keep the length in your spine. Take one more inhale. Exhale, one leg to Tadasana. Right thigh rises up so it's parallel to the earth. Option to even straighten into your right leg. Reactivate your breath. Inhale, warrior three pose. Your body comes into the shape of a T. Spiral your right pinky toe down. Square your hips out. Take one more deep inhale breath here. And on the exhale, airplane arms. Keep your right leg floating up. Shoot energy out the crown of your head. Lift your breastbone even higher. Really activate your core. Inhale, crescent lunge without a noise. Release your right toes down. Sweep your hands up to the sky. Keep your core active by drawing your rib cage in towards your sternum. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, runner's lunge. Release your hands on the inside of your front foot. Heel toe your left foot so your left toes are off the mat and left heel's on the mat. Make this active with your core very engaged and keep your right knee floating up. Now press your left palm firm onto the ground. Inhale, extended side angle. Drop your back heel down. Sweep your right arm up towards the sky or towards the front of the room. Breathe here. Stay low in your front knee. Engage your core. Inhale, warrior two pose. Your shoulders stack directly over your knees. Keep a 90-degree angle in your front foot and your back foot. Stay low in your front knee. Inhale, reverse warrior. Reach your left fingertips towards the back of the room. As much as you lift and lengthen out of the left side, continue to stay low in your left knee. Take one more. Exhale, triangle pose. Straighten into your right and left leg. Reach your right arm to 12 o'clock and your left arm to 6 o'clock. If this is not enough core strength, option to reach your left arm parallel towards the earth. Activate your core. Inhale, reverse triangle pose. Reach your left arm towards the back of the room. Slide your hips towards the front of the room. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, release your hands to the top of the mat. Inhale, high plank, left foot meets right. Exhale, chaturanga, lower halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe here. Resettle into your breath and your intention. Inhale, come onto your tiptoes. Exhale, step or spring to a forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift with a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Sweep your hands up to the sky. Exhale, bring your hands through heart center. Inhale, chair pose. Take a couple breaths here. Once again, pull your core in towards your spine and elongate and strengthen your spine. Take one more inhale breath here. Exhale, one leg to Tadasana. Draw your left thigh parallel towards the earth. Option to straighten your left leg completely. Stay grounded into your right foot. Take one more inhale and one leg to Tadasana. Exhale, warrior three pose. Pivot your body into the shape of a T. Spiral your left pinky toe down so your hips square out. Inhale, keep your right leg grounded. Exhale, airplane arms. Sweep your fingertips towards the back of the room. Stay grounded into your right foot. Inhale, crescent lunge. Release your left foot down without a noise. Keep your shoulders stacked over your hips, strong in both legs. Take one more inhale breath here. Exhale, runner's lunge. Release your hands to the inside of your right leg. Heel toe, your right toes off the mat and your right heel on the mat. Stay active with your core. Keep your left knee floating off of the mat. Press your right hand firmly in towards the earth. Inhale, extended side angle. Reach your left arm up towards the sky or towards the front of the room for a nice side stretch. Feel the resistance of your right arm against your right leg. Stay low in your right leg. Activate your core. Inhale, warrior two pose. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Feel energy shooting out of your fingertips. Stay low in your right knee. Take an inhale breath, reverse warrior. Reach your right fingertips towards the back of the room. As much as you lift and lengthen from the right side, stay deep lunge in your right knee. Take one more inhale breath here. Exhale, release into a triangle pose. Straighten into right and left leg. Reach left arm to 12 o'clock and right arm to 6 o'clock. option for a stronger core exercise and float your right arm. Stay strong in your legs, activate the core. Inhale, reverse triangle. Reach your right arm towards the back of the room, and your left arm can take a bind around your low back or release on your left leg. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, release hands to frame foot. Inhale, high plank, right foot meets left. Exhale, chaturanga, lower halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Core drags you up and back. Take a moment to reconnect with your breath and most importantly with your intention. We will go through that again, but this time it'll be run breath for movement. Inhale, come onto your tiptoes. Exhale, step or spring forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hinge from your hips. Exhale, let your head hang heavy. Inhale, root to rise, sweep your hands to the sky. Exhale, bring your hands through heart center. Inhale, chair pose, sink your hips low, reach hands high. Exhale, one leg Tadasana. Inhale, warrior three pose. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, crescent lunge, sweep hands up. Exhale, runner's lunge, hands come to the inside of your front foot. Inhale, extended side angle. Exhale, warrior two pose. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, triangle, straighten into both legs. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, release hands to the top of the mat. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take inhale breath here. Exhale. Inhale, charge legs. Exhale, step or spring forward fold. Inhale, reset your back, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, sweep your hands up. Exhale, bring your hands through heart center. Inhale, chair pose, sink hips, reach hands high. Exhale, one leg Tadasana. Inhale, warrior three pose. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, crescent lunge, sweep hands up. Exhale, runner's lunge, hands come to the inside of your front foot. Inhale, extended side angle. Exhale, warrior two, use your core to lift. Inhale, reverse warrior, stay low on your front knee. Exhale, triangle, straighten into both legs. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, release hands to frame your front foot. Inhale, high plank, right foot meets left. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We will do another flow of breath per movement, but adding a variation for side plank option. Inhale, come onto your tiptoes. Exhale, step or spring forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let your head hang heavy. Inhale, root to rise, sweep hands up. Exhale, bring hands through heart center. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, one leg Tadasana. Inhale, warrior three pose, hinge at the hips. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, runner's lunge. This is where the change comes. Plant your right hand down. Inhale, side plank, balance onto your right hand and the outer edge of your right foot. Maybe even option to float left hand and left leg. Take one more inhale breath. Here's a tricky transition. Exhale, come back to runner's lunge. Inhale, extended side angle. Exhale, warrior two pose. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, triangle. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, release hands to the top of your space. Inhale, high plank, left foot meets right. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Core drags you up and back. Inhale, come onto your tiptoes, charge your legs. Exhale, step or spring, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, let your head hang heavy. Inhale, root to rise, hands sweep up. Exhale, hands come through heart center. Inhale, chair pose, sink hips low, reach hands high. Exhale, one leg Tadasana, float left leg. Inhale, warrior three pose, hinge at your hips. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, crescent lunge, sweep hands up. Exhale, runner's lunge. This is where the change comes. Plant your left hand firmly into the mat. Engage your core. Inhale, side plank, balancing on your left hand and the outer edge of your left foot. Option to float right hand and right leg. Take one more deep inhale. Here comes a tricky transition. Exhale, runner's lunge. Inhale, extended side angle. Exhale, warrior two pose. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, triangle, straighten into your legs. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, release hands to the top of the space. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe here. Then inhale, get ready to come to a seated position. Exhale, step or spring to a forward fold. Get ready for more core here. Place your hands under the meaty aspects of your thighs and use the resistance of your hands against your thighs to make a nice, strong core. Lift your heart. Maybe float your feet off the mat. Maybe even straighten into your legs. Option to bring your hands to heart center, reach them up to the sky, or reach them towards the front of the room. Wherever you are, breathe. Continue to maintain a long, straight line. Use your core to lengthen. Inhale, lift, lengthen. Exhale, lower halfway down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Continue here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Again, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower all the way down. Reach your hands up overhead, stretch from top to bottom. Then draw your legs in and make a 90-degree angle. Knees stack over hips and shins are parallel towards the earth. Open up your arms, let your palms press down onto the mat, and lower your legs 1/3 of the way down to the left. Another 1/3 of the way down to the left. Another 1/3 of the way down, so they're hovering off the mat, and then release. Interlace hands behind head. Inhale, lengthen spine, heel shoulder blades up. Exhale, crunch. Continue with your breath. Every inhale, lengthen spine, heel shoulder blades up. Every exhale, crunch forward, using your abdominal muscles, not your hands, your neck, or your arms. Take one more full breath, inhale and exhale. And then come back to center. Roll it out a little bit. And then set up. Once again, legs come into a 90-degree angle, shins parallel towards the earth. Open up your arms and press your palms into the mat. Lower legs 1/3 of the way to the right. Once again, lower legs another 1/3 of the way towards the right. Breathe here. Once again, lower your legs another 1/3 of the way to the right. Breathe here. Let your legs hover off the mat. And finally, release them down onto the floor on the right side of your body. Interlace fingertips behind your head. Inhale, lengthen spine, peel shoulder blades off the mat. Exhale, crunch up. Continue with your breath. With every inhale, use your core to lengthen, and with every exhale, use your core to lift. Using your abdominal muscles, not your arms, not your hands, not your neck. Gently release out. Bring knees into chest and give yourself a gentle massage. Start to roll from top to bottom, from the base of your spine to the base of your skull. When you have found enough momentum, we'll all come into a standing forward fold at the top of your mat. Once you're in the standing forward fold, vertebrae by vertebrae, peel yourself up to a standing position. Your gaze should be the last thing to rise. Your hands, your arms should be at rest along your sides. And then take your body and make a 90-degree turn, staying at the top of your mat, facing the left side of the room. Come into a tree pose, balance on your right foot, and the left sole of the foot can come anywhere along your ankle, your calf, or your thighs. Take your right hand and press it on your pelvis, and your left hand and press it on your upper abdomen. And then I want you to stick out your butt. Feel the disengagement of your core here. And then start to press your tailbone down and draw your rib cage in. Find length in your spine, but at the same time, magnetize the tips of your ribs towards the tips of your pelvis. And release. Right hand comes to your right hip, left hand comes to your left knee. Bring it out in front of you. If your hamstrings are feeling really open, left hand can come to left big toe and straighten leg. Wherever you are, open leg up out towards the left with either a straight or bent leg. Breathe here. Here's the tricky part. Keep your left leg floating up. Release the grip. Inhale, star pose. Release your left leg down. Exhale, wide leg forward fold. Let your head hang heavy. Let your hips be the highest point on your body. Take any variation with your arms that feels good. Breathe into the stretch behind your hamstrings, behind your legs. Engage your breath. Inhale, halfway lift. On the exhale, walk your hands to frame your right foot. Point your right foot forward and your back foot down about 45 degrees. Engage your core. Inhale, rise to warrior one pose. Stack your shoulders over your hip. Squeeze your inner thighs together so that your hips square to the front of the room. Keep your hips squared to the front of the room. And then release your hands upon your hips, straighten into your front leg. Step your back foot forward about 1 foot. Take an inhale to lengthen. Exhale, pyramid pose. Cascade your heart over your right leg. Let your forehead gravitate towards your right shin. With every inhale breath, find length in your spine and let your head be heavy. And with every exhale, fold a little bit deeper into your right leg. Take any variation, any mudra with your hands that feels good in your body at this time. Re-engage your breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your right hand on your hip. Inhale, find length in your spine. Exhale, rotate your heart towards the right, revolve triangle. Option to float your right fingers up towards the earth, your right arm up towards the earth. Even option to float your left leg coming into a revolved half moon. This is yogi's choice. Take one more full inhale wherever you are. On the exhale, release to a standing forward fold at the top of your mat. Shake it out. Then vertebrae by vertebrae, peel yourself up to a comfortable standing position. Your gaze is the last thing to rise. Once you get to a comfortable standing position with your arms alongside your body, rotate 90 degrees towards the right. Tree pose. Balance on your left foot and let the right sole of your foot come onto the inner aspect of your left leg as long as it does not push on your knee. Once again, this time bring your left hand to your pelvis and your right hand to your upper abdomen. Stick your booty out. Feel a disengagement of your core and then reactivate your core by pressing your tailbone down and drawing your rib cage in. Feel the engagement of your core as you magnetize the tips of your ribs to the tips of your hips. Keep this as you release your left hand to your left hip and your right hand to your right knee. Option to straighten into your right leg, holding onto your big toe if your hamstrings are open. Wherever you are with your right leg straight or bent, open your right leg out towards the right and release maybe your left hand out towards the left. Here's the tricky part. Keep your right leg floating, but release the grasp. Inhale, star pose. Release right foot down. Exhale, wide leg forward fold. Take any variation that feels good in your body, maybe even playing around with an inversion if it's in your practice. Inversions aren't necessary at this point. The most important point is that you are getting your hips higher than your heart higher than your head. Gently start to unravel out of whatever inversion or stretch you're in. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk your hands to frame your left foot. Point your left foot forward and your back foot out about 45-60 degrees. Engage core. Inhale, warrior one. Sweep your hands up to the sky. Press firmly into your left heel and let it tack your left hip back. Push firmly into your right heel and let it push your right hip forward. Keep your hips squared to the front of the room. And then release your hands to the hips, straighten into your front leg. Step your back foot forward about 1 foot. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, pyramid pose. Cascade your heart over your left leg. Let your forehead gravitate towards your left shin and breathe here. Every inhale, find length, and every exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Take any variation with your hands, any mudra that feels good in your body at this time. Then gently unravel. Inhale, halfway lift. Stay here on the exhale. Plant your left hand firmly on your left hip. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, rotate heart open towards the left. Maybe sweep your left arm up to the sky if it's in your practice. Maybe float your back leg up if that's in your practice to come into revolve half moon. A lot of options here. The most important part is that you are consciously using your core to twist from your belly. Take one more deep inhale wherever you are. Exhale, forward fold at the top of your mat. Gently come down onto your knees. We'll take a nice stretch to the tops of our feet. Sink your hips down upon your heels. Your shins and the tops of your feet should press firmly into the mat. And then start to gently walk your fingertips back behind you to support you, and point your knees up towards the sky. You should feel an intense stretch on the tops of your feet. Come in as much or as little as feels good in your body. Take one more inhale breath, and then exhale, gently ease out. Set up for camel pose. Stack your hips over your knees. Knees are hip-width distance apart. Place your hands on your low back and your upper glutes. Inhale, lengthen into your spine, puff up your chest. Exhale, round into your upper back and then into your lower back. Try and keep your thighs parallel to the front of the room. Don't dump into your low back. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, gently release out. Release your glutes onto your heels. Come into a ball pose. Maybe balancing on your toes. Maybe give yourself a hug, even rounding your chin in towards your chest. Then as gently as you came into ball pose, gently release. Come all the way down onto your glutes. Set up for a hip opener. Stack your right ankle over your left thigh and interlace your fingers behind your left thigh or your left shin. Draw your legs close in towards your chest. Feel the resistance of your right arm against your right hip. And then gently release. Release the grasp and let your knees fall out, pointing towards the right. Open up your arms like the shape of a T or a cactus and gaze over your left fingers. Breathe here. Gently, as you came into the spinal twist, unravel. Plant your feet onto the mat and then stack left ankle over right thigh. Interlace fingertips behind right thigh or around calf. Pull legs into chest. Feel the weight of your legs up against your chest and feel the resistance of your left arm against your left thigh to accentuate the hip stretch. Gently release your legs down and let your knees fall over towards the left. Open up your arms like the shape of a T and gaze over your right fingers. Breathe here. Unravel. Let your spine completely unwind. And then as gently as you came into spinal twist, gently peel yourself out. Do anything or take any pose that you may need before you come into your final and your most important pose, Shavasana pose. The only thing that matters in this pose is that you just completely melt into it. For the last 30 minutes, we've been wrapping, tightening, squeezing our muscles around our bones. And now it's time for them to just melt and relax, like they could slide off of the bones. Especially think into your belly, this core that we've been activating so much during our practice. Let it just turn into a puddle of water. A drop of water that just spills completely over your mat. And release into it.